Hey, good morning, everybody, and yes, we're out of the Christmas holidays. From 2022, and yes, I wanted to get back to Final Fantasy IV to try to get the glass helmet, so we will be working on it today. Hope that everybody is fine today and everybody is in good shape. Here I'm a little bit, I would say, slowed down, but probably is because of the morning and the accumulated fatigue. But it's okay, it's just normal. So we're back at it, guys. So I will certainly need a lot of luck today, because yes, getting the glass helmet is probably it's a huge task, but probably the worst one that we still have to do here in this run. 5 more items to go, but this one is, we fight them one by one, so it will be very random what we can do and what kind of luck that we will need. But yeah, let's start and let's cross fingers. Because yes, we can fight them, but the drops, they are rare. And when we start new fights, it's important to always be on the run when the fight starts, so we avoid more attacks and it's quicker, so we can hope to meet the next evil mask as soon as possible. Red dragons, behemoths, and evil masks here in this on this floor. Those are the monsters that we can meet. I think that sometimes we can meet 2 red dragons as well. So we have a limited amount of ninja stars by Edge, but when we're about to have 0 of them, we just reset the game and we start all over, from the save. We don't have to continue, because we can still, every fight is different, even if we just reset the game. So we could be lucky next time, but at least we have enough stuff to keep running, to keep going, So here we are, another evil mask. That's always 4 attacks. When I use ninja stars with Edge, I don't think that we can go under 4 attacks. So you can be sure that every time that we get something after the fights, that I'm really on the edge of my seat. Because yes, when we get this one, that will be wow. We're a lot of hours into this run, really. When it's more than 100 hours, that's a lot. But it's more about the items than anything, because the game itself, we do it inside 20 hours, for sure, when we play normally. So the struggle here will probably be to meet the evil mask here, because we never know how much time it takes between fights. Matter of luck. So the more we meet, the better it is, of course. I know that deeper we can fight more evil masks in one single fight. I don't know if at some point I would like to just try them, but for sure here it's just that it's so quick fighting them one by one. Because when we have two of them, there will always be one of them that will be able to, it will have enough time to cast some magic. And it will hurt, of course. Especially with the time that it takes. Of course, with more masks, we know that we would increase our chances of getting something. But I think, you know, we do it fight by fight, and I think that here it's just better overall. But we could still try our luck, though, at some point. It's not it's not forbidden, of course. And there is also the encounter rate. Sometimes it takes a lot of time to get encounters, so that's not to our advantage here. Yeah, here the dragon was able to get its fire against us very easily because I was not running from the very beginning of the fight. So we have to be really ready every fight if we want to avoid this attack. We cannot really heal. Oh, yes, of course. Maybe a little bit with Cecil, of course. Ah, okay, it keeps... It's been a while since I played the game. So here I was a little bit slow, so maybe... Yeah, okay. So we really have to be on the run even before we see the monster. So we'll be ready the next times. Getting the rust off. I think that we have the perfect team, though, to fight those guys. Because having Rosa and Rydia here, they would just attack, but for nothing. Here we have the power, and it's just perfect. Oh, here, yes, I was slow. We will get attacked twice. Yeah. Yeah, so I guess at some point, I don't know, but I think it's the magic defense that is the problem for Edge. He gets, I mean, the magic that he gets from the red dragons, it does a lot of damage against Edge. And if we go deeper, just to try it. because there is something that I'm not sure of. Maybe the encounter rate is different when we come here in this floor, but maybe... But it's worth a try, that's for sure. Oh, there is... okay, that was a pure 3. Okay, at least that's a start. We are getting drops. So where are the masks now? Because in this third floor we can fight combinations of everything here. But I think that the dragons, normally there would be three of them, if I'm right. And how many of them will attack? 2 of them, 3 of them. Okay, there we go. Here are the evil masks. Oh, and yes, when we attack them, it's scrambled. So we will get attacked by both of them now. Yeah. So that shows here how it makes for longer fights against those guys, and not necessary for a big reward. So that's why we prefer fighting them one by one. Yeah, definitely. That's certainly something that will convince me that it's better fighting them earlier in this place. So let's go back a little bit here. Now that should be more normal. Hey, good morning, right time. How are you, man? It's been a while. Yeah, I couldn't be there in the early days, but now I'm back. How, how was your time? Here, we feasted a lot. I mean, that was a good 3 full days in a row that we had something, whether it was an evening or Just a day where we spent time together with family, my brothers, their families, and my nephews. That was a good time. Haha, Xmas ran me out of money, but it was fun. Okay, that was intense. Yeah, here it was more being out of sleep. But it was a good time. That's only once a year, after all. So here I'm looking after the glass helmet from the evil masks. That's a very, very difficult task. They don't drop a lot of stuff. We only got one cure tree this morning. And we only fight the evil masks, nothing else. What did you do with your brothers? Oh, we spoke together, we played games. You know, games like cards, you know, stuff like that. Yeah, that was really fun. We do it every year. Okay, just give me 1 minute, please. I will be right back. Just have something that I need to take care of. Okay, sorry for that. Now I'm back. So where is the Super Nintendo stream? Final Fantasy IV stream, in fact. Hey, hello Subledger. So you and your family didn't spend all of Christmas grinding for glass helmets? I thought that's what people normally did. Yeah, I would say that it's a very unusual Subledger. So, how have you been, Subledger, as well? Yeah, here I'm still struggling a little bit to wake up, but it will come. Yeah, for me it was a little bit early today to stream, but I wanted to be back, and that's the main thing here. And hopefully we get lucky today. Been great. The family and I played Ancient Dungeon and the Guardian Legend randomizer for Christmas. Nice. Ancient Dungeon. Okay, that's for Zelda. Yeah, nice. And congrats. I think that you got a new PB, something like 180 something room. I mean deep, which is great actually. Yeah, it was great here too, but I'm not, you know, it's good that it's over also, because as good as it can be, at some point you want to get back to your things, you know, and get the energy level a little bit more increased. So that's what we are doing at the moment. getting back to where we were. It means struggling with the glass helmets. I didn't measure the time that we played against the evil masks yet when it comes to trying to get the glass helmet. Hey! But it was good to get the power robe from the behemoths here and the crystal ring from the red dragons. Of course, we could get more crystal rings because they are very, very strong. But the goal in this game was not to get strong, though I wanted to get all the chests opened. But there is only one more chest to open, and it's a chest in which we can find... I don't even remember the item that we can find there, but it's guarded by 1 warlock and 3 carries. But we will use this chest to try to get the Artemis bow, actually. That's the plan. The chest is not that far from the last save in this game. Yeah, I think that you share something with us right time when it comes to Street Fighter. I saw that you shared something, but I didn't go. I didn't have the time to go see it right now. I will see it after the stream probably. So was it something that was done recently, Rag? I think so. So here it's very important for me to be on the run even before I see the monsters, so everything is quicker, especially against the red dragons, because if I'm not on the run, we always get attacked once, but if we are not on the run, we will get attacked twice, and the second attack is the heat ray, and it does always more than 1000 damage to edge, so it's like you want to avoid it, and it takes time too, so you want to avoid it as much as you can. Yes, there was a hyper fighting tournament on Monday night in San Francisco. Wow. Okay, yes, and you were able to be second, if I'm right. And congrats for that, man. How many players were there right time? That's very interesting, and you're lucky that that those competitions are can still be up. That's very nice. Quite enjoy my YouTube channel. Yeah, all competitions up there. Yeah, only about 9 to 10 players. Okay, but still, you can still compete and have fun with those games. That's what I like there. It's like those games cannot be, you know, they cannot be killed. Here I was slow, so I will probably get attacked twice. Yeah, exactly. I took a look last night, actually. Cool stuff. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. You're good YouTubers, guys. So right time, I think that you were following my videos when it comes to this run here for getting the rare drops to drop actually. Did you listen to more of those videos yet? I think that you were on part 8 the last time that you mentioned it to me. Here we are very advanced. More than 100 hours into this run, which is just amazing. I would have a record for second place finishes. That's nice. I mean, you're able to be a finalist. That's not nothing. Nope, hadn't made progress. Okay, no problem. Just asking, just by curiosity. But really, I am the one who wants to make progress here. Getting the glass helmet would be some kind of different game changer here. It would be big, yeah. I would say that's the hardest one that we're looking for when it comes to those that we don't have a strategy to get them, because for the other ones, whether it's the pigtail or the bomb summon, the Artemis bow, and what is the cursed ring, we have a plan to get them. But those guys here, the glass helmets, we just want to fight the evil masks one by one until we get lucky, which is very difficult. Still no cursed ring. No, I fought for it at the same time that I was fighting, I think, for the Lilith Rod back in time, but didn't get lucky enough to get one. Not in this run yet. But there are more monsters than just the first ones that can give it to us. In the same room where we can find the pigtail, so I don't know, maybe we could fight there and hope that we can get one there. If not, we would just get back at the beginning and fight the spirits and souls together, resurrect some of them, and kill something like 30 to 40 monsters every fight. Oh, Texaporte, another. Oh, hey, cheers, Texaporte. How are you, man? And thanks for the resub. 7 months. Goodness, it goes so quick. So welcome to the party, and thanks again, Tex. Yeah, good morning. And how was your holiday time? Here, everything is just alright here for me. Doing my things, trying to finally get that that helmet. That's a tough one. And also, I'm trying to wake up a little bit more today. I'm happy it's finally over. Yeah. Takes. Is it? I don't know. It depends on so many things. The holiday times. Sometimes we're just happy to get back to normal because of the energy or lack of sleep. Is the glass helmet worth equipping? Yes, Subledger. It doesn't give any magic defense, but it gives a plus 60 defense, which is very unique. I don't know if it does more like defending somebody against some powers, but I think it does. Spending lots of money is stressful. Oh, at that point, Tex, so you had a lot of gifts, and did you receive some visit, Tex? Here I did, but it was more for them to sleep here. They were eating to my parents' house, so that was the way it was done this year. They were just taking breakfast here. Yeah, let's heal a little bit. So here I'm working for the impossible. And we have a very special strategy for the pink puffs. When we get there, Tornado was able, with everything that we added together, he was able to get some strategy so we can fight them for a long time in the same fight, resurrect one of them over and over, so we kill more and we get more chances of getting more items in the fight, I mean from the fight. So that makes the pink puffs fight for getting the pigtail more like we always get a drop after the fight. So that's something. Going back and forth to family over and over again. Okay, yeah, so you were on the move. Yeah, I understand that. Yeah, that was the same here, and it was for 3 days. And that's a lot. 3 days in a row, especially 3 days in a row. It's like we don't have. At some point, we don't have the freedom. But it's cool. I mean, it's good. It's good to see the family. But I hear you, tech support. Yes, most definitely. So that's good here. We're meeting a lot of evil masks, but we just got one drop this morning. Just one. It was a Cure 3. At least we got something. But it's not encouraging. They take their time to give us something. So we just need to hope it will come, but it could take dozens of hours. We just hope. So guys, I worked on a new game actually that I want to make you play as soon as I can. It will take some time to put it all together. Not that the game is complicated, but it certainly takes a lot of time to prepare everything that is around the game. But guys, it will be fun. That's another fighting game, by the way. We will use our weapons for that. And of course, the stronger the weapons, the better it will be for the players. Oh yes.
Bienvenue dans mon échoppe.
Good morning, brother. Good morning, Dalvaric. Working for the glass helmet here, as always. Is my Fatman upgraded? Yes, tech supporty. I will never skip an upgrade from stream to stream, tech, so you can be sure. Level 4. Yep, exactly. Nice, nice. Good damage, Tex. Yeah, because tech support, for me, it's like a contract. If you redeem something like a weapon, especially a weapon, it's something that gives you an advantage in every game that requires some fighting. So if I...
Glory to the Scourge.
Wow! So yes, if I don't level up the weapons and change the power of the weapons, I would say that it would not be fair for the redeems. So yes, I take notes, and I will never stream after a stream where somebody redeemed something and I didn't make the change. I will always do the changes before streaming again. That's some kind of rule that I made to myself, so it's like you can be sure that everything will be fine. I think it's very important, so that's why I do it this way. So yes, that's the quickest way to fight those monsters, I would say. So that's 4 attacks. 2 by Edge, 1 by Kane, and 1 by Cecil. And of course with the ninja stars, and when we don't have any more stars, we just reset the game or something like that. That's how we do it, and we start and we try again. Good customer care is worth more than we give credit for. I think it's just a matter of honor, brother, because, you know, people spend their points in hopes to get something back from it. So why would I wait and, oh, sorry, I forgot, I still forgot. You know, it wouldn't be me to begin with, you know. So yeah, I prefer to be really I don't know what would be the word, but yes, when somebody redeems, I work for it as soon as I can. Ah, that's good. We are fighting a lot of evil masks at least. So, gonna like it. So 46 minutes in, and we only got one drop from the evil masks. That was a cure 3. I tried to put together a sound for a weapon the other day, but it sounded empty. Need to give it another try. Ah, okay, Subledger. Yeah, just take your time, or maybe ask me for some ideas, or I can work on it. It's always fun to look for sounds on the internet, you know, new sounds from the swords and everything, even monsters. But Subledger, if the volume is a problem, I can raise the volume for any sound if there is anything. So don't worry about that. You just send me an MP3 or something, and I can craft it so the sound is at its best, something like that. Okay, it wasn't the volume. Okay, good. But the way I do it, certainly to enhance everything, I do a lot of... sometimes a command can use 4 different sounds together, so it makes a good, you know, combination. I just needed more life. Okay, yeah, it just needed more life. I understand that. But for as long as it represents what you want to represent. But yes, Subledger, I know that you're certainly very alive, so I wouldn't expect something very quiet from you, so I understand that totally. That would be the same for me. I like when, you know, if you create a weapon like that, you want something fancy at least. Not something that is just like, I don't know, Raph's size in the TMNT, you know. We need something more aggressive. So when will we get the luck? Looking so... But yeah, I don't want to try to get other items than the glass helmet for now. If I give up on this one, that would hurt. So I really have to fight until I get one. We just want it to be officialized, make a clip out of it, and go for the other ones. That would be funny in its own way, just the side swinging sound with nothing else. Of course, Subledger. But in this case, I would recommend probably Donatello's weapon. That would be better. Maybe a short command, but at least it would... But yeah, you're right. That will be funny in its own sense. Yeah, own way. Or maybe include a size in it, yeah. Yeah, there are so many ways to do it. Okay, it's also pronounced Sai. Okay. Side to it. Yeah, that's a word that I never really saw, so I need to practice this one. So it's just like a sigh. There were plenty of sighs in the Raph only. no sub-weapons runs for sure. And yells. And now it's Tornado, goodness! Hey, thanks for the resub, Tornado, and welcome to the party! Yeah! Attack us with those machine guns! And Tornado, may you bring the luck to the run this morning. We only got one drop in 51 minutes. And that was already, I would say, a good 30 minutes ago. Against, of course, the evil masks. We are looking for the glass helmet. How are you today, Tornado? And when do you have everything that it takes for your holidays? Because I know that your holidays will be feasted a little bit later. I hope you luck, man. Yes, thanks a lot, Tornado. I will need it. But I'm just working on it. I'm enjoying my time, and it will take the time that it takes. We cannot. We don't have no control on the time that it will take. Absolutely no control. It's a matter of luck. So we have to accept the fact that it could take forever. But we just want to accomplish this, I would say, achievement. That's thanks a lot. Yeah, thanks a lot. I am the one who thanks you, Tornado. That's a great encouragement for me. That's a good start for me. I would almost say that we're in a new year, but it's not the case. We will have gifts to give to the people who have records on the leaderboard when it comes to the extra moonstones future. So guys, I'm not decided exactly how I will proceed. I know it's very easy, but when it comes to what will be given, that's I don't think it will be items. I think it will only be a certain number of moonstones for the records. Then we reset all the records and we start over again. But we keep the all-time records, of course, on the list. So I think that makes things interesting there. Yeah, because after each stream I will always update, of course, the informations that were changed when it comes to the spinning wheel, the number of moonstones that you have, all the redeems and stuff like that, you know, when you level up a weapon. I feel sleepy this morning, but it's okay. What about you? It's the same here, Tornado. I'm not 100%, but I'm feeling good. It's fun. And I'm glad to be back because I wanted to stream a little bit more before the holiday time. But we had the problems with the... That was not a power outage, but we had to lose electricity because they had something major that they had to work on. That was supposed to last 5 hours, and it only lasted around 3 hours. But that changed my plans anyway. But after that, the Quebec, we lost electricity. Some people still don't have it today, and it's like the 5th day in a row. So not everybody is lucky. We were lucky. That just lasted for us how many hours at Dalvaric? I counted something like 15 to 18 hours. But that was at a bad time. So we had no electricity a full night. 16 hours? Okay, thanks brother. But for some people it's been days in Quebec, Canada. Yeah, it's because we had some kind of bad storm. The winds were terrible, and there was snow, and there was there was the snow and there was rain, and a special kind of rain that just sticks, and that destroys a lot of stuff. Trees become very heavy, you know, and branches and all that stuff will break. So yes, that was a real mess. So they are still working to give back electricity to everybody. So today we were playing Final Fantasy IV. In the next stream, of course, I will be playing something else, but I'm not decided yet on what I will be playing. We still have a lot of great choices. It's always hard to pick the one, but it's fun. It's still fun. Oh, good. Keep giving me the evil masks, guys. Need them badly, and of course we want some drops, please. They don't. We're fighting them, but they don't give something. So you're still working today, Tornado? And what about you, Texaporte? Are you back to work today? And even you, Darvarik, when will you be starting working on your game again? Another 12 hours today, yes, okay. This afternoon? Oh, not like this. I will start working back seriously after New Year's. Ah, okay, yes. Oh, from 11:30 to 11:30. Oh, full 12 hours. Yeah. So I will wish you a good day in advance, Tornado, that's for sure. Working hard for the around the Christmas time, man. Yes, you're welcome. Very welcome, Tornado. So where is that luck? We need the luck. Oh, at least we are getting a lot of evil masks, and I like that, because when you're fighting a lot of dragons and behemoths and you're looking for the evil masks and they don't come, it's hard. Especially since they don't give a lot already.
Come on, man!
It lasts 3 weeks. Oh, goodness. Come on, man! Nice. We're only fighting them. That's good. But where is the one? Where is the one that we're looking for? I would be so happy to get the glass helmet, guys. That would change everything, because we would be done with the random drops from random fights. Everything after that would be something like planned fights in which we resurrect monsters over and over again. I would say that the Artemis bow would be the next one that we would try to get. Or the bomb summon. One or the other, that's for sure. I would say that the easier one should be the Artemis bow, since the chest is just out there near the last save in this game. Not very far from here. We try, we fail, we reset. For as long as the chest remains there, that will be easy. So in the holiday time, I was not even connected to Twitch. So even when I was getting back home, I could not look at anybody stream or so. Maybe I could type, but I would always arrive too late or something like that. So I was able to see some videos of the streamers that I follow, but not live. I was not live. I saw that also Grind was able to get the personal best, the PB that he wanted to for Contra. That was a very nice run, by the way. He did it 2 days ago, I think. And yesterday he was on the verge of getting of being done with the Ancient Cave for Lufia 2, but got a bad pattern, and yeah, he was in obligation to die. He was around floor number 89 or 90. Yeah, Gold Dragons did the job. Yeah, also Grind got the contract goal. Yeah, absolutely, Subledger, so he will be playing something else instead. That's so yeah, he did. And he had good fights for the second, fourth boss, you know. Those were the important ones. He was a little bit slower later in the game, he said, but he still beat his record. It's I don't remember exactly how much time it gave overall, but that was nice. That was nice. He got the Ninja Gaiden 2 PB as well. Oh, really? When? Tornado? Yesterday? New PB, but I don't know if it was enough for him to be done with Ninja Gaiden 2. Was it yesterday? I went to see him, but wow, sounds like Festivus have been good for him. Yeah. 2 or 3 days ago. Oh, okay, maybe that's just a new PB, but I think it's not done yet with Ninja Gaiden 2. I will have to ask him, I guess. But thanks for the information, Tornado. That's interesting. While some people like House of Grind are speedrunning, I'm not a speedrunner. I like to, you know, of course there is this challenge here. That's something different. But yeah, I'm a lot about just playing games to try to complete them and try to find tricks, but always trying to be legit, of course. I don't use glitches that much. Maybe there is one that I will always use. I'm dead. Maybe in Super Mario Bros. 3 at the very end in the last castle, but it's just cool. When you get a life, you get the life and you get through a wall very quickly. So I don't know if we could count it like a glitch that we overuse, let's say. Yeah, and keep your strength, guys, you will need it. Oh, I can't wait to let you try the new game, but we are not there yet because I need to create more items that go with it. Yeah, that will take some time, but goodness, I wanted to make it ready for January 1st, but that's just too much job. I'm asking too much for myself to prepare this one, but yeah, I want it to be ready as soon as I can. It will be fun. Oh yeah, the trick where you are big and jump crouch over the one-up block. Yeah, exactly, exactly, Subledger in the last castle. Exactly. You know, over the lava, you know, but you're on the top of the screen. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I always do it. It's like some people, I was saying, oh, I never use glitches, and somebody brought this idea. He said, oh, but you did it. Oh, you're right. You know, it's like, oh, I never even, you know, figured out that it was like some kind of abuse from a glitch, you know, but it was a natural move to do it, you know, so it was not feeling like, I don't know, maybe in Super Mario Brothers 1 where you are not falling into the hole, but you're using a frame to be on the edge into the hole, but you still survive. No, that's not the kind of things that I would try to, you know, take advantage of. Unless I'm very lucky, but you know what I mean. I guess if you consider it a glitch, then maybe, yeah, I would say that it's one. Yeah, because the way I want to play is certainly to show any casual gamer that every game can be completed, you know, if you do things correctly. I had some comments about my solo turtle no death runs and how I killed 3 of the turtles within the first minute. I didn't even think of it that way, but they were absolutely right. Depends on what they said. They were all 3 death runs. Yeah, of course. But you know, those moves, I mean, just killing the turtles at the very beginning, it's like whether you do it or not, that doesn't change what you did, in my opinion. It's like, come on, guys, we're better than that. It's like we understand what you did, and you did nothing wrong by killing them. It's like even there, I think it gives you even more trouble or more work to do it every time that you missed the, you know, that you were not able to complete the run. So to me, it's even better. I mean that the turtle I was playing the challenge with never died, but it was funny to see those comments. Yeah, of course. So this glass helmet is really rare. We kill the helmets and we don't get anything from them. Maybe they give some, but they are just not the right size for Cecil or something like that. Who knows? I would like to give time to a Cobra Triangle, guys. Probably next time I would like to play the game and get done with this one. Cobra Triangle, yeah, the boat. That would be a nice game, nice challenge as well. The waterfalls are always a problem for me, so losing a lot of lives there. I might be made of clear glass. If it's sitting on the glass tiles we're walking on, then it may be hard to see. Yeah, maybe we found more, but yeah, maybe there is something like that that we don't even know about the game. Subledger. But sure thing, I never got the glass helmet to drop legit for me. I saw it when I was testing with the Game Genie codes and all that stuff, but yeah, I needed to see that it existed before even attempting what I'm doing right here. But normally, legit, no, that never did it before. So I'm looking for it, and in this game, in this run, some of the stuff that I never got before, like the mage summon, we were able to get. So I was really glad that I got it. But I think that apart from the glass helmet, the pigtail, and of course the mage summon, I think that I was able to get everything else at least once in other runs. No, and of course the crystal ring from the red dragons, I never got it before this run as well. Yeah, that's true. So it was really nice to see them appear just like that, naturally, from a random fight, almost when we were not expecting them to appear. That's the best thing that can happen there, when it's unexpected, because at some point it takes so much time for the items to drop that you start speaking about other stuff. You do it, you fight like you don't even think about what you're doing, and then boom, it appears. That's how it is most of the time. When I got the Lilith Rod, I was not prepared to see it on my screen. But the relief when I saw it there, it's like, okay, go save the game. Yeah, I really needed to to be quick on it. Just have to wait until there are red dragons to drop the item. Yeah, maybe, but I will be in trouble because I only fight the masks. Yeah, at first when we came here, we had to kill the behemoths, the dragons, and the evil masks. So that was not a problem. I was fighting everything. Or did I just... No, I think I was fighting everything until I was getting a drop. It would have been just better to get the glass helmet first, because now that's the only one that is left, but that's also the hardest one to get. Just because the fights here are longer. Because the red dragons, we were killing them in 2 shots, but here it's 4 shots against the evil masks. Behemoths, I don't remember the number of hits, maybe that it was taking 3 hits. We had more chances of getting the power rope from them, but it took forever still. The game was not cooperating that much, so I was really happy when we got it finally. Yeah, sometimes you play a casual game and you get even a few power ropes, but this time it took forever. They knew that we were trying to do something that is really hard to do, so they wanted us to take all our time. But that's part of the challenge here. And like I said, when this challenge is done, I will never do another drop challenge. We won't need that. I think that just getting all the items from Final Fantasy IV will be more than enough to prove that we're a farmer. So we are on the verge of lacking. I mean, we won't have enough ninja stars for the next fights, I guess. You make me want to play? Goodness, that's a passion for you, Tornado. You're certainly one of the farmers out there, man. And what about Diablo 2, Tornado? Won't you get back at it soon? Would it be in your plans to try to keep working on the items that you still need to find? I clearly don't have time though. Yeah, of course. I hear you there, 100%. But if you had the time, I'm sure that you would start a second run and try to beat me at even my first one. And I'm sure that you could do it. God of War first, yeah. But it's a long game, I guess. Yeah, it's like here, I have games that I could play off stream. But right now I'm only playing when I stream, really. Except for chess, of course. Chess, sometimes. After the solo Cecil in this challenge, are there other Final Fantasy IV challenges? Goodness, not that I know of. Maybe we can create some. But I don't know, maybe no armor or only, I mean, I don't know, weak weapons, stuff like that. I really don't know. Catching up you the second time, yeah, that would be, that wouldn't even be a challenge for you, Tornado. Someone has probably done a low-level challenge or something. Ah, yeah, of course. Probably. But I don't know how it would work, though. Because you cannot, unless you cheat or something, you cannot really survive at level 1 with Cecil against Zeromus, for example. Yeah, it would be very, very hard. You will have to time your things so well with, let's say, Kane. With the jumps, I don't know. Solo Cecil rare drop challenge. Oh, that would be insane because there would be no resurrection this time. No, with the sub. Yeah, now that's impossible. Sub 1,000 hours goal. Maybe sub 10,000 hours, maybe. That would be more fair. Hey, goodness, that would be... Wow. So I prefer sticking to the easy challenge that I have here. Let's call it easy for the... If we made the comparison, this one here is easy. Goodness, no drops. So we will use every ninja stars and still no drop. I wonder if I want to fight at least until I get one more drop from the evil masks. Whatever it is, even if we don't have ninja stars left, could be something to try. At least they are everywhere. Haha. So, who played the Cobra Triangle here and completed the game on NES? the boat that does racing. The game in which we have to challenge a whale at the very end of the game. Low level Final Fantasy 4 may be interesting. Yeah, surely, but certainly at the same time, what are the... how can you measure the low level game? I mean, how would it work? I never tried Combat Triangle, but I get the impression it's a fun game. Oh, it is Subledger. Oh yes. Okay, you didn't play it. Tornado. Okay. Yeah, it's a good one. It's a very great game. It's tough, but it's really fun. You will have to play quite a lot to get used to it. The way some people are used to it. I'm used to it for some stages, but still some stages are really dangerous. I don't have the technique really for the waterfalls, for example. You need to jump over holes, and if you jump on them, you die. And there are platforms that are moving, so it's like if you don't ride at the right spot, you will just fall into the hole and have to try again. But it's a fun game. Wow. I think it's made by the same team that made Snakes, Rattles and Roll and Battletoads. Possible, very possible. Subledger, I don't know. I don't have that knowledge very much. I'm more about just playing the games. So yeah, that could be it. But Battletoads was tough. Just to give you an example, Battletoads, of course I was young when I did it, but it's still... and I was even a better player when I was younger, I would say. So when I completed the Battletoads, I used warps. Yeah, I didn't do every stage. I just wanted to complete the game, and that was it, you know. I never played it after that. But yeah, some people are really practiced, so it's like Battletoads is not as hard at some point as it was before. So yes, this one I can picture it. But if you don't time your punches very well here and there, you will have trouble. Because some monsters can really be a pain to you and just kill you, and yeah, the lives are very important in Battletoads. So we are about to use every item that we had, and still only one drop today. That's they are not helping the cause here.
Trying my best to move forward here.
Yeah.
Trying my best to move forward here. What happens? You get fucking shit!
Nothing could be better said than that, Tornado. But really, after this one, I would feel like I'm in a Christmas, you know, it would be holidays when we get the glass helmet, really. This one is certainly, I would say, the hardest to get. until the end of the game, I would say. Maybe not the hardest, but I would say the most painful in my opinion. Because when, of course, the pigtail is very hard to get, but for me it wouldn't be a pain as much as the evil mask right now, the glass helmet. Because it would be the last one, and we would know that we don't have to struggle with the other ones behind. And here it's like we know that we still have a lot ahead, and this one just don't want to cooperate. So I would say that this one here is certainly the worst up until the end of the game. Especially in the way that we need to get it. And the length of the fights as well. This one is evil. Yeah. Or maybe I would just say, okay, I will go sleep and then I will fight one more of them, and that will be the one. Maybe that's the way. Maybe we have to speak with them. Maybe that's the way to to get something. So now red dragons and behemoths, but we didn't have very much. I mean, that many streaks where we were only fighting or meeting other monsters. So now that's one of them. But apart from that, we were able to fight a lot of evil masks in a row. I wasn't even expecting one more fight when I got it. Okay, at that point, that's even luckier, I would say, and good work for that. That was insane. I was just right the stairs on my way back to the safe point. Yeah, he was waiting for you. That's crazy. Another fun one will be Final Fantasy VI. That will be very fun to play. Of course, there is Chrono Trigger. There are so many good games left. Well, I was looking for a Zelda Link to the Past randomizer. I found the page, I think yesterday. I didn't work on it, but yeah, that will be in the next runs that I want to do also. Zelda 3, but randomizer. That will I want to try it, and of course I will try to make it some kind of crazy run. I will see, because I read a little bit on it. But yeah, I was not ready to pick the choices and all that stuff, but it will be done as soon as I can. That's one that I want to play. Maybe it will be next, I don't know, but yeah, that's in the air, that's for sure. Anyone know if the breath enemies actually do anything? I only remember them using peep or something, which I didn't know anything really. Good question, Subledger. Maybe if you did some kind of magic against them, maybe something would happen. I don't know. Tech support, Asius is the expert on Zelda 3 randomizers. Oh, nice. So he played a lot of them. But yeah, everything I would say is about how you randomize them. But everything was well explained in the page tech support, so I think that I should be able to get a good run out of it. But it's interesting. So Xenius played a lot of them, I guess. I know that he was playing Zelda 3, but I don't remember if it was a randomizer. Probably it was the case, Texaporte. But good stuff, yeah. I want to try it. That will be insane, finding, I don't know, the fourth sword under a tree or something. I don't know. I've done a Link to the Past randomizer run as well. It was a lot of fun. Nice. And were you the one, Subledger, that picked the options? Seriously, I don't know. They do annoy us. Yeah, I really don't know Subledger as well when it comes to the breaths and the others, or they are called, are they called souls? Mind, okay, mind, yeah, okay. Okay, I was just seeing if you wanted to talk to someone about it, he would be a good source. Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, Texaporte, for that. Thanks for mentioning. But I know that it depends on the player when it comes to the Zelda 3 randomizer, because I know that some players will accept the challenge of using some glitches. And I'm sure that it's part of some randomizers, but I don't want to include it since I don't use glitches. So I will, I just want a normal run, but where everything is glitched. And I also noticed that we can switch the game. I mean, we could accept the fact that the light world is the dark world and vice versa. So everything would be scrambled when it comes to that, and I think it will be interesting to make it that way. It will be a longer and certainly more complicated run, certainly more interesting as well. Link to the Past rando seems so fun to play as well as Super Metroid's randomizers. Yeah, most definitely, Tornado. Super Metroid, yeah. I didn't play any randomizer for SNES, if I'm right. So yes, I think it would be good to do them, both Super Metroid and certainly Zelda: Link to the Past. Not to mention the fact that there is also the one that includes both of those games together, just like the one that we did with Zelda 1 and Metroid 1, which was crazy. I really enjoyed my run there. I chose the option that made it kind of like your Final Fantasy 1 randomizer. It had a certain amount of 3-4 species scattered around the world in chests or something like that. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I want something that is really crazy and hopefully really fun. Yeah, it's all for fun anyway. But yeah, maybe I will be working on it later today. That could be a good idea. Kind of like how you had to collect all the spears. Yeah. I know that you can mix the crystals that you find in the dark world with the pendants that you find normally in the light world. And when I said that you can switch the light for dark and vice versa, it's like you will be transformed into a rabbit in the light world and not in the dark world, unless you have the pearl, the moon pearl. Yeah. So that's something that could be interesting there to try to do it this way. So now we don't have any more ninja stars, so probably the evil masks will be able to attack us. I don't know. By the way, I saw a couple days ago a Final Fantasy Shuffler. It was really nice. What do you mean, Tornado? Do you mean you found a randomizer or what? Is it something that allowed you to randomize the game? Subledger, we brought the Guardian Legend randomizer over the Christmas break. Made it to the second to last corridor, but the game would always softlock. Oh, wow, goodness. So bad. They switched this game in a lap of 30 seconds to like 20 minutes. Switches game. Switches from which game to which game, Tornado? Maybe I'm not understanding exactly what you mean. Alright, brothers, work is about to begin. Good luck with the helm and go. Hey, thanks a lot, Strike Time, and I wish you a great day, man, and thanks for being there. Thanks as always. So take care and see you soon, man. Hope to see you soon, and hopefully we will bring you some good excitement with the next games, the next streams as well. Yeah. Like you play Final Fantasy IV and then out of nowhere it switches to Final Fantasy 1. Okay, but when it switches to Final Fantasy 1, is it that you continue exactly where you were in Final Fantasy 1? So it's like you just play the different games, but they just pick when you... I mean, they decide when you play which one. All at the same time. Okay, 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, that's crazy there. But if it's just switching from one to another, I would say it's just better to just play them one by one. You know, why switch? You know, but maybe it can be fun to some people, I guess. But personally, I would prefer to play them all. You know, first and then 4, 5, 6. But it's still interesting that some people can switch. It was cool to watch. I guess so. Yeah, for the people who watch, certainly it will be some kind of something interesting, that's for sure. But you have to know them a lot, because 7 and 8, wow. It's been a while since I played them, especially even 8. I never went too far into the Final Fantasy 8, really. I was always playing cards and always trying to get the best out of the... Yeah, that was the way I played the game a lot. And I was trying to... not to level up. I was trying to steal from all the monsters, etc. That was fun. Final Fantasy 8? Yeah, never, no. I love those games. I heard a lot of people didn't like Final Fantasy 8 but enjoy it as a kid. I enjoy it as a kid. Yeah, I know that Texaporty doesn't like Final Fantasy 8. But I like it. You like it. Yeah, it depends on how... it depends on our perceptions. That's insane, only one drop in almost 2 hours. Yeah, I'm just looking for one more drop, guys, really. And after that I would reset the game, unless it's the glass helmet, of course. Yeah, a little more healing, I guess, would be good for Edge. Yeah, usually there are 2 clans, like or not for this game. Yeah, I pretty liked it, yeah. Sorry. You know why I was sneezing, Tornado? Because I'm allergic to lies. Nah, it's a joke. No, I'm allergic to fights where there is no drop. Two! Oh, 2 dragons. That's rare. Come on, guys, come on. Takes opportunity. No, I don't like sitting in traffic or waiting in line. I feel a passionate hatred for Final Fantasy VIII, like that of Tom and Jerry. I'm kidding. It's very okay, by the way. We all have our favorites out there. Final Fantasy VIII for you takes a party is a Roadrunner to my Wile E. Coyote. Yeah, your Roadrunner. As crazy as it could sound, I think that my least favorite was Final Fantasy V. Yep, I never beaten the game. Same here. Not that I never... No, I don't think... No, I cannot say that I tried it to complete Final Fantasy VIII. I just never completed some part of the game because I was always stopping around the same spot. For various reasons. Fate, other games, my computer breaking. Yeah, I don't know why there was some kind of I don't know, energy field that never wanted me to complete Final Fantasy VIII. Maybe that was Texaporte. Texaporte's mind, or the mini nuke launcher did something. I don't know. There is something wrong for me when it comes to Final Fantasy VIII. So, well, Dangor, you didn't catch the Roadrunner as well, probably. But I like Final Fantasy VIII. No, it's not even the fact that I don't like it. It's like things happened, and it happened at least 3 times. 3 times, if not 4. That's what is the most curious, I would say, thing about it. I get to a certain point and I just cannot keep playing, like trying to endure the smell inside a portable toilet. I can only bear it for so long because I must run away and puke. So you don't want any of Final Fantasy VIII. No, here that was just fate. Because I always came back at it, but losing my saves, of course, so I needed to start all over again. But this time, the last time when my computer decided to stop working, now I have a new computer, and that was a blessing because now the new computer allowed me to stream, but also maybe when I get back to Final Fantasy VIII, maybe my save will still be on their site. Because I was connecting to their site when I was playing it on Steam, so probably my save is still there. Hopefully it's there. That would be nice. Quickly, okay. No drops. Yeah, they really don't give us any reason to continue. No drops at all. How can you get the glass helmet if they don't even give you a drop? That's insane there. Final Fantasy V, I was pretty far in the game but couldn't continue due to a bad build. Oh, but you can still change it? But I didn't try it again. I think that you could just change the build, because all the builds were just adding together Tornado. It's not a build like when you play Diablo 2, for example.
Come on, man!
Come on, man! And hello, Megatron! Welcome, Megatron! The Quibbert player, Megatron! Hope that you're good. I was there for some time yesterday. I could not be there for the rest of the stream. But did you get farther into the game, Megatron? Because I know that 6-4 is still difficult to beat. Or I mean to get there. Quivered forever, yeah. Yeah. Maybe, but I had to head up to Pambal. Yeah, okay. Back in time. One of the big killers of Final Fantasy for me was the enemy's level scaling system and how bad it was implemented. Okay, yeah. Nah, I got to 6-2. I have not played in 4 days. Yeah. Yeah, I can understand that, Megatron. That's this one you really have to be. I don't know. To be playing maybe every day until you beat it or something like that, because I think that we have to be sharp. Every mistake is so easy to make in this game, I would say. I need to abuse the pose. Yeah, the pose tricks. So you will be probably working on it in the next streams, maybe, Megatron? Completing Final Fantasy VIII at level 9 was very meta. Oh, you did it, Lord Varric, I'm sure of it. Lord Varric, yeah, I think so too, Megatron, because this game is insane. I saw you play well enough to understand what it is. Or I mean more of it. So yes, it will be needed. It's very insane. I tried a bit pausing yesterday. It felt dumb. Yeah, I understand that. But at some point, it's so easy to lose all our lives in a row. Yeah, I see it. I saw it. Oh, it was actually easier because enemies scale down to your level. Yes, Darvaric, of course. Tornado at Alangor, can I see a drop before I leave work to work, please? Please, Tornado, send me something. I don't know. Help me. We need an expert to get me some drops on there. I don't know what's the problem here. They don't. Almost 2 hours and only 1 drop, and we didn't even reset the game. Yeah, hype. Sorry. There is never something. Maybe we still get them, but they don't appear. No, that would be at first. No, there is no. There is nothing. There is nothing. How many rare drops do you have left? I have 12 out of 17, Megatron, and we still have 5 left. It means there is the glass helmet here. There is also the cursed ring, the Artemis bow, the bomb summon, and the pink tail, of course, which will be the last one that we will try to get. Yeah, those are that's something to get them. Very, very hard. I'm around 110 hours into this challenge, and the glass helmet, that's the next that I want to get. That's probably the hardest mentally to get up until the end of the game. So this one here is for me is that's the ultimate challenge, because we fight them one by one and they don't drop a lot. And the fights are long. We have to. It's hard to kill them. That takes a lot of attacks. So that's certainly endurance. That's for sure. The difference is that we cannot really be killed. We're just too strong for them. But yeah, matter of luck. I can't wait, Megatron, till Quibert is done. Gonna be a big relief. Goodness. I hear you 100% there, Megatron. Goodness, 100%, 1,000,000%. Yeah. Yeah, because after that, of course, there are more tough games, but yeah, Quibert is really... Yeah, it's a special one. You know, back in time, Megatron, I was thinking that Mylan's Secret Castle would have been some kind of Quibert to you, because, or to anybody, I guess, because I didn't know about the resurrection trick. I was really thinking that you had only one life, like I did when I played it before, so it would have been the hell of a challenge, especially for first run, you know. So, but Quibert, there is nothing like that, so it's like it's tough for everybody. Did everybody use the pause strats like I don't know, the Mother Brain, Red Coup, TMR? I guess that they... I just don't know. I cannot guess, but probably that most people used it. Mylan was a decent game, but it was a bit frustrating. Yeah, of course, I remember it was about farming back the HP, of course, because it got late. Yeah, of course, man, it was around 4 AM to you, even more when you completed the game, if I'm right. I can remember it was hard and you didn't want to start your run again. I can understand that, because the bosses they are tough. They are tough. You really have to do things right in Mylan Secret Castle when it comes to the bosses, and that was your first run, so that was just normal that it was hard too. If you like Mylan Secret Castle, there is a second loop after beating the game. Yeah, I never knew about that though, for many years of later. Now I know, but yeah. Red Coup, TMB, Gizzy all did pause in Quibert. Okay, so we don't know about TMR. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. But thanks for the information, Megatron, and I guess it's very fair, because it's hard, it's quick, and it's easy to do mistakes in this game. I can see it. You know, sometimes I see you playing, it's like, oh, you knew that, like the green one, for example, not the little pill that you take, but the green guy that changes the tiles into other colors. I know that when you see it, it's like you don't fear it, you just touch it and it disappears. But you still have to be quick to see it that quick. I think TMR watched the Quibert tutorial. Not sure, he didn't pause though. Tutorial. I would think he did. It is insane without it. I would say so as well. Yes, Megatron. Watch the Quibert tutorial. Okay, so that would be something that would help players, but I don't know about it. I mean, are there some tricks that can be used that you don't normally find when you just play the game like that? I would say that would be part of the tutorial, I guess. Still interesting stuff. Yogi the Monk made a tutorial for Quibert years ago. Yeah, I think he is the one who has the world record, or had it. I think I saw it in your chat not too long ago. He gives advice and hints. Nice, nice. He had the world record before. Ah, okay, good, good. Now I get it more. Yeah, probably there are some patterns that we want to try to do so it will be easier for us to complete the stages, stuff like that. Yeah, I would be interested to see what it says. He has been in my channel recently because of Quibbert. Okay. Yeah, of course. That's very interesting when, especially when you're one of the top players for a game, and you see somebody who really wants to get through it. So that's just normal that he came. I can, yeah. Yeah, it's like when on the grind will play Illusion of Gaia, for example. I want to be there because this game I know it a lot. So then he would certainly ask me if I could be there. So yes, if I can, I will. So yeah, stuff like that. It's always interesting, even more interesting. And because I was in his channel, he popped in Quibbert and made it like it was nothing. Oh. Nice, so he played it enough, well enough. And here I just want one more drop, or at least one drop from the evil masks before resetting the game. So we will have more stars with Edge, but we don't get any drop from the masks. That's just insane. But yeah, I will not give up on this drop. I want a drop. So let's work for it. Yeah, next games that I want. And speaking about House of Grind. Hey, good morning, House of Grind. Yeah, we were speaking about games that I mean, well, before today we spoke about the fact that you were able to get your new PB for Contra, which was great. I also heard that you got a new PB for Ninja Gaiden 2, but was it enough? I'm not sure. Who was beating Quibbert? Yeah, it was Yogi the Monk. Yeah. Hey, congrats. And yes, thanks. Contra is done for now. Yeah. Oh, for now? Do you think that you want to get back at it for something else? It would make me curious because I think that what you did was already awesome. Ninja Gaiden 2 did not PB. Okay, but I did have my best run in months. Ah, so this is a good sign. Nice. Okay, good to hear. Good to hear. Yes, Tornado, you have to go, so enjoy your day, everyone. Thanks, Tornado, and enjoy your day as well. And I wish you a good 12 hours, man, and a good shift. Take care, and have a good time, and hope to see you soon, Tornado, and thanks for everything. Still working here. I also grind for the famous, or maybe impossible glass helmet. Evil mask drop. Yeah, I only got one drop today, and in 30 seconds it will be 2 hours. We will be 2 hours into the stream. That's you know, I don't feel that this. I mean, that would normally feel discouraging, but I don't put my emotions into it too much. But yeah, normally that would be discouraging. That's for sure. That's probably why I needed a break, because I remember that the last time that I played here against those guys, I didn't get many drops as well in the same lap of time. So well. Let's go get that helmet. Yes, thanks, Tornado. Good to hear too. Awesome grind. Holidays were a great success. Dance helmet, yeah. Oh, I was waiting for you to be there on the grind because you won't believe it. Now I think that I can announce it. I decided to create for the spinning wheel a new game, and it will be related to the ancient cave from Lufia 2, guys. That will be 100 monsters that you need to beat in a row to get to the last boss, and of course you will use your weapons, and the principle will be simple. Let's say that the first monster is let's say a green core, for example. It will attack you first, and then you just need to beat it. That means doing more damage. Then you go to the second monster, etc. You know, and there will be bosses, each 20 bosses, 20 monsters, I guess. I mean, and the bosses will require a 2 out of 3 battle. Then you proceed, and there will be random chests that will be dropped from the monsters that will attack you. So when I attack you, it's like green slime will attack you for I don't know, 2000 damage, and oh, no chest was in the room. But when there will be a chest, it will be written after the attack of the monster. So you can find items in the cave. Yeah, that will be really also right. That should be interesting. How do you pick the monsters? There will be a specific order. I wanted to use the ones from Lufia 2, so I went. At first, I wanted to do my own run of the ancient cave just for taking the names of the monsters in some order, but you know, I found a page where all the monsters of the game are, so I was able to pick the monsters. I just needed 100 names, you know, and it was not hard. But of course, I prefer to have names of enemies that are easy to pick, like for example, red core, green core, you know, stuff like that. But monsters that had a name like Cobalt, for example, I didn't put them there because it's hard for people who don't know the game to picture the kind of monsters that they would be fighting. The Archfiends, gold dragons at the end before the jelly, yeah. But the gold dragons won't be there though. Copper dragons might be there, but because the gold dragons will be already used for the Hell Dragon game, so I didn't want things to repeat. So I decided that some monsters wouldn't be there. But they will still be a pain. They will still be strong. So I will create more items that will help into the cave. Whether it's and I want to create 1-ups also, lives, some kind of way to resurrect yourself if you want to, if you die and if you want to continue trying to get farther into the cave, you know. More items that will help. Hell! Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it will be fun. So that's a plan that I had, but maybe I am asking too much from myself, because 100 monsters, I want 100 sounds for those monsters, so it will be a lot of time to put them all together. But the command to make them attack from I don't know, from some kind of damage to some kind of damage, that was already decided, but it will be different from monster to monster, and of course it will be increasing, though the bosses will be a little more strong than the other ones. But yeah, that will be part of it. Camus armor as well. What does this one do already? House of Drain? Great to throw in the garbage. Gotta make sure at least 100% of the drops are aprons. Yeah, of course, aprons. I don't know if what kind of utility I would give to aprons. Maybe that would be... Maybe when we get 20 of them that we can exchange them for something else, I don't know. Oh, there is a raid by Chris! Such an amazing armor to get piles and piles of. Hey, hey, hello Chris, and thanks for the raid, man. And yes, welcome Raiders. Welcome to the insanity here. Oh goodness. Wanting to get that special item from the evil masks, the glass helmet, the rare glass helmet that I never got in all my life. Hey, welcome back, Hal. Thanks, Chris, and thanks for the raid, man. How did the Quake go? I think that you were playing something new. I mean to me, Chris. Yeah, how did it go, and what kind of game is it, by the way? That game is tough, having a blast. And you played on which platform, Chris? Here we're playing Final Fantasy IV on Super Nintendo. Yeah, we've been over 110 hours into the run already, and we have 12 rare drops out of 17. But today was the first time that I played it in months. Next stream I want to play, there are great possibilities that it will be Cobra Triangle for NES or a randomizer for Zelda A Link to the Past. My very first randomizer for it. That would be the plan there. So now we just want one drop from the evil masks. And guys, we only got one drop in 2 hours this morning against the evil masks. That's not a good sign. Or maybe the evil mask is right there, but they're just testing me before I get it. We will see. So, Chris, how are you overall? How was your Christmas, man? Quake on PlayStation 5, 8 thanks, Chris. It's similar to Doom, Duke Nukem or Blood, first-person old-school shooter. Man, I want to see you play this next time again. Missed you this morning because I knew that you were streaming, but I didn't have a lot of time. I was even sleepy when I started streaming. But you know, I had a schedule and I didn't want to let anybody down. But yes, I want to see you play this. I want to see how it looks and feel the pain with you, man. I have a lot more content to do in it still. Nice. So we will see more of it. That's nice. So here it's been a struggle this morning. We got only one drop from the evil masks this morning, and it's I don't know, they don't want to cooperate. Now I don't have any more ninja stars, so the fights are a little bit more longer against them, but at least they don't attack with magic, so we are still quick enough to kill them before they cast white or something like that, you know. I saw Quake on the PSN store and got excited, but I really want the console port of Quake 3 Arena. Okay. I'm just waiting for another drop from the evil masks so I can reset the game, unless it's, of course, unless it's the glass helmet. Yeah, because now I would have my ninja stars back. It will be easier for me to fight more. Yeah, I'm just getting superstitious a little bit here because I could just reset the game and fight with better weapons that Edge has, but I just want a drop before. And of course, I think it's the best place to fight them here. We can fight two of them in deeper floors. Oh, thanks again. So thanks a lot. Excuse me. Thanks a lot, Cryptic, for the follow. Goodness, I will stretch my mouth a little bit. I have a problem with my pronunciation this morning. What's that? Yeah, so thanks for this follow. Thanks for the follow, Cryptic. So it's 99 follows, guys. Almost 100. Who would have thought? Yeah, so that's a very tough task to get all the rare drops in this game. But we're after it. I play it sometimes. At some point I played it for a long time. I was playing again and again. But now I do it sporadically. It's like I can play here and the next time it will be in 2 weeks or even 1 month. I'm not in a hurry. Just taking my time, and I go with the feeling too. But yeah, most of the games that I play are just normal games that we want to finish. Of course, when I start a game, I play it until I finish it. Unless really it's not a good game or that I need to take a break. But you know, everything that I started, I want to complete it sooner or later. But this one here, it's something certainly unique. I'm doing it right now, but once it's completed, if I ever complete it, because it's so tough, I will never try again something like that when it comes to rare drops and RNG. We just want to achieve this kind of challenge once with Final Fantasy IV and on stream. I never did it before because just for example here the glass helmet that I'm looking for, I know that it exists. Sorry, I know that it can be gotten, I know that we can get it to drop, but I never got it legit in my life. So if I get it here, that would be the first time ever that I get it in a very normal run like this one. It will come, but when we just don't know. It could be next, it could be in 10 hours, we just don't know. But here I want at least to fight until I get at least 1 drop from the evil masks. But that's insane how rare they are this morning. Gunnar can watch a bit. Have an important phone call to make. Hopefully it won't take long. Yes, hey Chris. Yes, because I wanted to speak a little bit more with you about Quake. But yeah, do your phone call first. It's the most important thing, man. And thanks for the raid again, Chris. And I hope to see you in a few minutes or so. If we are lucky, of course. Everything is RNG today, I guess. RNG and water, of course. Oh, the water is great. Yes, sir. And thanks, Chris. Handshake, brother. And good luck with your call. So when we're done with the evil mask here, I mean when we get the glass helmet, we still have the cursed ring to get the Artemis bow, the pigtail of course, and the bomb summon. And but I think that the Artemis bow would be the next one. We would use the chest that is very near the last save in the game. We would resurrect carries over and over until we kill at least 34 of them or something like that, between 30 and 40. And after that we're ensured to have at least 1 drop after the fight, 1 to 6 drops actually. So hopefully at some point one of them will be the Artemis bow, so that will be fun. We will always get something out of it because we fight in a chest where there is an item inside. So even there, that would be even more interesting. So whether we do a mistake or not, there will always be something in the chest. And if we fail, we just reset and try again. That's the very last chest to open in this run. I think that we opened everything everywhere. So yes, we have the power. We have the power. We are just ready for everything. There is, yes, the girls are dead at the moment, but it's just because it's better this way. It's better fighting only with Kane, Cecil, and Edge. We are stronger with their attacks. So everything is just more easier and more effective for now. But yeah, depending on what we do, the girls are very good at it as well. They have the power, yes, tech support. Nintendo power. Back in time, yes, Tex. I subscribed to Nintendo Power for 12 months. That was when I got the free Dragon Warrior 1 cartridge, which was a promotion from Nintendo for the RPGs to be implemented probably in North America. Yep. Are you playing with Super Power? The only thing that I can tell you, Texaporte, is that there is no power that is not knowledge. Or there is no knowledge that is not power. There was a sentence like that in one of the Mortal Kombat games. I think it was it the third one or the first one. It's just for fun. Sounds like Mortal Kombat 3. Okay, yeah, yes. So that's the third one. Thanks, Subledger. Yeah, that's. Yeah, I think it's when we start. There is no knowledge that is not power. I think that was the. In the commercials in the US, they would say, now you're playing with power, super power. Okay, that's where it comes from. They were right. Yeah, there is some kind of logic in there. But where are those items? If I had more power, Texaporte, I would certainly force the evil masks to give us something after the fights, but it's like they never do. And when Tornado got his glass helmet, he was on the verge of going to sleep, and he found the monster right here. The last step before leaving the place. That's okay, because I know you've got the touch, you've got the power out. Thanks, Texaporte. Just trying my best in this world of monsters, items and everything. Just trying my best out there. I guess since it's your only heads, a helmet is the only piece of equipment they can use. Probably why they didn't want to give it up. Who knows? It's just, I think that we have the same chance of getting it here that we would have to get Lilith Rod, for example. Sorry. So yes, not likely to get it. And in this version of the game, it's even tougher than in other versions. That's for sure. The way it is, the way they give stuff, they don't want to give stuff. I would say that I will look for one more drop today, and that will be it, guys. That's insane. That's insane. Never nothing after the fights. Yeah. Maybe, guys, you will have more chance with the spinning wheel. Because the spin wheel, I don't know, it was very unique. It ended on the Blue Moon jackpot for at least 3, if not 4 times in a row, something like that. That's, I would say, at least 3 times in a row. So normally we would be set for another game. Something else. Well, I suppose since we're on the moon, it will be appropriate for someone to win the moonstones. Yeah. Yeah, the jackpot is worth 1,000 moonstones at the moment. So it's almost at its best. You won the one that was worth 1,250 moonstones back in time, Subledger. That was a good win. Yeah. So yes, I think that should be it. Yeah, I will. I'm thinking about the next game that I want to play, and it will be the randomizer for Zelda 3 or Cobra Triangle. Yeah, one of those tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. Now we're December 28th. Yeah, we still have one more evening to do. And it's we can still decide when it is. It will be tomorrow or December 30th. But after that, I will be done for the holidays, guys. But yeah, it's so good to be back. Very, very good. Yeah, I was thinking about streaming, but there was no way I could. There was always something. But that was good stuff. I really enjoyed my holidays, guys, by the way. And everybody here did, actually. It was good times together. My brothers and I, family, my nephews. And we played good games as well. We played a Scrabble, we played cards. There was another game, but I don't know how to traduce it in English. So, guys, no joke, that was approximately 2 hours without a single drop from the evil masks. 2 hours. Milborns, oh, you know about this one? Nice. It looks, I know about this game. We almost played it, Texaporte. No, oh, we played, you know, maybe some people know about you know here. UNO. I have it, yeah. My mother had the Milborns game just in the same tablet that the was, but we played with the boys, that was just normal, but we almost played it. It was there, but we have so many of them. We can play, I don't know if it's called Werewolf. That's a game that we need to be at least a good 10 or to 12 people at least. Good game. There is somebody who will, let's call it an animator maybe. Then we follow the rules and we just kill people in town. But we didn't play Werewolf this year. Probably next time we will, but no, that was not the right time because of course we had to speak more because it's been more time that we didn't see our people. That was just normal. I think I played Werewolf before. Is that the one where the other people don't know who the werewolf is? Yes, Subledger, exactly. That's the same game. You know, something weird happened to me in this game. The very first time that we played it, I was the werewolf with one of my brothers, and they made me president in the very first game, and we tricked everybody. My brother and I, we tricked everybody. So after that, they never trusted me again. Never. That was. Hey, good morning, Fariel. Welcome. Good to see you, man. Yeah, this time it. Oh, that was a nice roll there. Wow, that's that high. That's a good start. 10 here, so close. Hey, how are you, Fariel? By the way. Working hard here for getting the glass helmet from the Emil masks, but they don't get to drop anything or so. We're doing well. How are you? How was the holidays? Oh, that was those were great times, Fariel. Really, thanks. Yeah, spent a lot of time with my brothers, my family. We spoke together. We played games. We were speaking about games that we played. Yeah, we played cards, some kind of what's the name? But yeah, those were good times. Yeah, I will miss those times. And now it's almost over. I just have one more evening to do. It will be tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. I remember yelling Crev a lot when playing that card game. It means die probably, takes a porte. And how were your holidays, Fariel, by the way? Yeah, let's use some elixirs here. It's no problem. Just better for healing, it's just quicker. Yeah, I'm looking for one more drop from the masks, but man, no cooperation from them at all. I thought it was flat for getting a flat tire. Ah, okay, it's just because you didn't put an accent on the last E, Texaporte. Yeah, in Melbourne. Yeah, it's for the tires. Yeah, of course. Because the way you wrote Crev, it's some kind of slang, I would say, in French here in Quebec, Canada. It's like die. You Crev. It's like die. It's like explode. You know what I mean? Like when you flat a tire. Yeah. That's some kind of slang, I would say. So Fariel, holidays were good. Kid had lots of fun, lots of gifts. Yeah, of course, we want to see them smile and be happy. Don't have the accent on my phone keyboard. Sorry. Hey, no problem. They support it. It's just that my comprehension of the word was a little bit different because of the fact that the accent was not there. But yeah, now I get you. So yes, that's when you get a flat tire in Melbourne's. Yeah, we did that a lot as well. It was nice. I would say stop. I would use the stops a lot. But it was good to have the good cards, like impossible to have a flat tire or stuff like that. You know, the winning cards, the cards that made your car almost invincible. You know. Yeah, so here I'm happy to be back, Fariel, because I didn't stream since the time it was even before the holidays. We were called here 7 minutes before the stream just to learn that we would lose electricity 7 minutes later. In fact, it was 37 minutes later, but I mean, what's the difference? My plans were just changed because of that, so today was the only time where I could come back, and of course didn't miss my opportunity this morning. And I'm very happy, by the way. Good to be back. But here, the masks, I don't know, they don't have nothing for us this morning. It's incredible. Nothing. Fighting them, but they don't give nothing. But yeah, the next game that I want to play for real, it will be whether we have two choices. It could be Cobra Triangle for NES, or for SNES it would be Zelda: A Link to the Past, but the randomizer this time. So one or the other. At least I will certainly prepare the randomizer ROM today, whether it's the next game or not. But yeah, that will be ready. Oh, Link to the Past is always a fun time randomized. I would say so. I'm sure of that. And I'm curious to see what kind of run we will get. Yeah, Cobra Triangle, yes, Texaporte, that's one another that I want to play soon. It's not easy. Cobra Triangle will give me problems, most probably. Especially the waterfalls, I would say. You should try that Link to the Past Super Metroid one. Yeah, you're right, Fariel, that's for sure. But first, it would be nice to do a randomized run for both separately, you know, separately, and after that, I would say that I would be ready for the one where both are in one single game. Is this near the end of the game? Here, yes, we are. Yeah, Final Fantasy IV. The run that you see here, we killed the last monster already, the last boss. We did it once, but it's not even a challenge right now. We are just looking for rare items that only monsters can drop. The evil masks here that I'm killing are the ones who can give us one of the items that we are looking for, the glass helmet. But man, this morning they are a pain and they don't give nothing. Just one drop, it was a potion. But it's a matter of luck. We just need one. And the right one, of course. Texaporte, I personally would like to see you play an obscure game over a popular one. Yeah, I hear you, Texaporte, and it will come, by the way. But because right now, the more I play games, the less I see games that are among my very, very favorite. You know, it's like the more it will come, the more time passes, the more you will have control over what I play, I guess, with the points that you will be getting along the way. Also the fact that except for the randomizers, I don't come back on games that I played before, unless also it's a challenge that I want to make. But yeah, the more it goes, the more it will come to obscure games, of course. Cannot go wrong with the randomizer of Link to the Past either. Yeah, your party is dead, Hal. Oh, no, it's we did it on purpose, for real. The girls are down just because it's easier here to fight with the guys. That was a choice. You murdered the girls on purpose, you monster. No worries, they are just sleeping. You see no blood there. Sure. Not even drugged. No, that was, it's called coma. No worries, it just refeed them. No harm will come. No, we're very respectful of women here. No problems. It's just because it works better here, but at some point other people will be dead. And I can remember a fight where everybody died, but we still survived because it depended on who I needed. Because at some point only Rosa and Cecil will be up. Probably when we go for the pink tail, the last item that we are looking for. Only 2 people will be up. Yeah, Final Fantasy IV 6 yeah. Not even there. The women in Final Fantasy IV are made weak. It was a different time back then. Oh, they're pretty much strong, I would say. Especially when we have the Artemis bow and the Artemis arrows. They are great with those weapons. Sorry. They are even better than the Cecil against dragons. Even right now. Even without the Artemis bow. They are just killers. But against the evil masks, it's something else. So that's why we need the guys here. Insane, insane. That's more than 2 hours without a single drop. And we fight them a lot. It's not that we don't fight them. What does Evil Mask do to the woman? They don't even have time to attack right now. They just cast wall 2 times. And that's it. They don't have time to use any magic, so that's good. We're just quick enough to kill them before they attack. I mean, before they do damage, before they do real damage. Oh, it's just turn management. Yeah. Yeah, because if Rosa and Rydia were up, we would lose just enough time for the evil masks to attack, and the fights would be just longer and for nothing. Because here, since it's hard to get this item, we want the fights to be as short as possible. Then why not kill 2 of the boys? No, that wouldn't work. Because all their turns are together. I mean, if we had less people, I guess that the evil mask would have more room for attacking, really. Yes, Texaporte. Yeah, because the time that we're attacking, he does nothing, and the other ones are recharging their next attack, you know. So that's where we get some kind of advantage. But with only 1 character, no, that wouldn't work. We would get attacked more, even if the character was really strong. I'm only bugging you. Oh yes, but I'm just explaining. I'm not, you know, I'm not justifying, because it's there is only one strategy, I guess, that is really good here, and in my opinion, we're just using it. That's I meant like kill the 2 boys instead of the girls. Oh, okay. That didn't even work for you. Yeah, trying hard here to get those drops. Just 1 more. We just need 1 more. And I will not stop until we get at least 1. Trying to be a little bit slower here. I don't know if it will change anything. How rare is the drop? That's very rare for real. I would say we have one chance out of 64 that when an evil mask drops something, that it will be the item that we're looking for. But when we fight them, we have one chance out of 20 that they drop something. So if you multiply it, normally it's like one chance out of exactly 1280 chances. That's why we created that dice for real. That's why it's so tough to get it. That's why it's a challenge here. And it's an insane one because we're just fighting the same monsters over and over again and just crossing fingers. And so far we got 12 out of 17 of those items. Not all of them were as tough as this one to get, but one of them was at... But no, most of them had the same difficulty when it comes to the rarity of the item. The difference is that sometimes we were fighting more monsters in the same fight, which would increase our chances. But now only one monster, it's the worst that you can have, you know. Wow, dice! 86, that's very low. And you know, when the pink cube is ready, guys, it's free. When the pink cube is ready, you will have one chance out of 1280 to get the pink tail inside. But if you do, wow, if you do, the items that you can get will be unique and awesome. I can guarantee you.
Taser, taser, taser!
Will it work? Will it work? Yeah, I wanted, you know, you will people who want to gamble channel points for the pink tail, they will be able to try it. Don't hurt me, dice. But yeah, people will be able to gamble to try it. Yeah, the pink tail. That's the toughest item to get here in this game here in Final Fantasy IV. That's an epic item. When you get it here, and we will try to get it, of course, later. When you get it, you can exchange it for the best armor in the game. Yeah. So yes, for the channel here, I want to make a box in which you need to just use 200 channel points, and when you gamble using the box, it will give you, you know, a chance out of 1280 chances to get the pink tail, of course. And it's hard, it will be hard, but for the people who will be lucky enough to get it, the rewards will be really interesting. Yeah, that's for sure. I'm on it. It's we already have items that are picked for what you could get for exchanging the pink tail. But it's so much work and so much thinking because I want to really get interesting items in there. And the ideas, and of course I cannot create anything. I mean, it has to have a purpose in there, so we have to create something that will be useful somewhere. The grenade. Yeah, it's the grenade, I think. Okay, one more mask. Let's go, come on. Where is the right one? Giggle jiggle bum. Yeah. Insane, insane. They just give nothing. What happens if you pull this pin? Okay. Dope. There is somebody who dies, and that's what happens, Subledger. Oh, and did you see the old painless for real? That's the new weapon. Old painless, all in one world. Old painless. That's the
Payback time.
yeah, that's the one in the Predator. That's for the Blaine's gun. They called it a minigun, but I didn't want to call it a minigun. Come on, it's more than mini. It's like it's a huge something, you know. And it's strong. So old painless to me was good. Oh, why it didn't even work? Nice. And no item. Yeah, they are. They don't want me to get anything today. Just one drop, please. Anything. And why not the helmet? Oh, I won't stop until I get something. Oh, no. We're after it. Big time here. Oh, I cut my running, so maybe I will get attacked twice. Yeah, of course. And Edge really gets battered by that. Okay, there we go again. Should be alright. Oh no, it's still alive. Okay, good. Now it's dead. So yes, for real, I don't know if you were there when I spoke about it, but yeah, there will be another game soon where we will use our weapons, and it will be called the Ancient Cave. You will have, there will be 100 monsters that you need to kill one by one to get to the next floor. Every time, I mean one monster per floor, let's say. And when you beat the monster, you get to the next floor, and you get extra moonstones for every floor that you can reach. That's the interesting part. And also the monsters can give random chests after the fights, so we can get more rewards, whether it's moonstones or items. And there will be a boss each 20 rooms. So bosses will be in rooms 20, 40, 60, 80 and 100, yeah. Well, I do have to get going, very busy on my days off. Yes, also grind, no problem. And yeah, I wish you luck on your quest. Thanks a lot, also grind, I will need it. Only one drop and almost 3 hours in, so I guess that when I get my next drop, if I get it, I hope, that will be it for me today. That's, yeah, they don't want... Yes, also Brian, thanks for being there, and have a good day. Good luck in your project, and see you soon, of course. Thanks for the good luck, by the way, also. For real, shop leaver now. No, also Grind is very present. I don't know about that. No. Oh, it depends. Also, Grind chats a lot for real. It depends on the days. Today is just busy a little bit more. No, don't judge. You don't have to. Also, Grind is one of the good guys here. Is really active. When he has more time, he does a lot here for the channel itself. Plays a lot with sound commands as well. So no, be sure of that. Okay. All good, my friend. Just having some fun. Oh, cool. Yeah, I know that you are, but you know, when I'm not sure, now I know, but when I'm not sure, you know, it's good. Cool. So sorry for being too serious, guys. So that's cool. That's how I want it, by the way, guys. That's cool. Goodness. And yes, you soon on the grind. Have a good one, man. And when will we get lucky here? Cookie, C for cookie. Yeah. C is for cookie. Cookie Monster. Yeah. That's the monster. Cookie Monster was in Castlevania 1. I mean, that was the name of the monster. I mean, the last part of Dracula, I think. That was nice. One of the games that I mean, also grind was speed running. Yeah, so here I really don't know what is happening, but no drops like that. That's insane, and that's not the first time that it does that. Also, when it comes to the evil masks, so I don't know. We are trying our best, and we fought them a lot today. That's the most insane part. And I cannot leave it before getting at least one more drop from them. I can't. It's like all those fights, I would have done it for nothing, but at least if I get something, one thing, whatever it is. Now I think that, yeah, we almost have the top amount of money. That's just normal here. That's just normal. Oh, I said jump, so probably we will get attacked. Or maybe not. Okay, we're alright. It's like the game forgot that we can get something after the fight. Ouch, that hurts. But at least we fight them. Okay, that's good. I always think about using the darts because, yeah, the ninja stars are the real way to go here that just takes 4 attacks and it's done when we have them. So that's a quiet moment at the moment. We don't get too many evil masks. That's part of the game, but yeah, I think that we've been blessed with a number of masks that we met so far today. But that's insane how rare their drops are. So now I understand more about the pain that it is to get this one. Goodness. But when the time comes when we're after the pink tail, it will be even worse, because even if we know that we can only meet the party in one room and the party is very rare, at least we will know that there is nothing else to be found, so every time that we will have a chance to get it, we will think about the fact that it's the last fight. But now things are different. So I have two choices here. I reach 3 hours and I call it a quit, or I just fight until we get something. But now it's like it's been more than 2 hours and a half, and we didn't get one single drop from the fight, and we killed hundreds of them. Now that's if we have one chance out of 20 to get at least one drop after the fight. It's been more than 100 fights where we got nothing. So where we would at least get 5 drops, we got nothing. So that's the spot where it's unfair. So that's part of the challenge again. But I would call it very low from them, of course. Because we would expect a little more. And like I said, it's not the first time that it happens, actually. So okay, let's fight one more evil mask, and that will be it for me today. When it comes to the evil masks, they don't... There is nothing to hope from them. That's just insanely bad, actually. Just one more after that one. Yeah, of course. After one more, yeah. Just one more, always one more. Yeah, that would just have been fun to get one drop. Now I don't get even one fight. How many monsters did I fight that were not Evil Mask in the last 5 minutes? I'm very patient, but there are some limits sometimes. And today I think they just wow. And now not only don't we get evil masks to be fought, but we don't even get monsters to appear. Nothing, absolutely nothing helps. And now there is run, because there is one silly game. They're very bad. They're very bad. Now you give me something. Absolutely nothing. You may have to yell at the evil mask. Yeah. And is it how? Oh, and we're in the second floor, not even the first one. But yeah, everything in the game has been done, so we are at the end. We're very much at the end. We've got all the items in the world, except for those rare ones, but it takes only insane people to get them, or to try to get them. But yeah, it will be a relief when we get it, of course. Pardon me. Okay, this time it's through. So to respect what Fariel said, one more after that one, and one more after that, and another. Okay, so that means two more. Two more masks. Yeah, of course. You said it, so so we have to do it. So one more after this one. But that this time it will be true. Whether we get something or not, that will be it. That would have been funnier if we got more drops at least, but now, that's insanely, normally we get some drops, yeah. If that actually happens, that would be amazing, yeah, that would be, or at least something, Nah, that's unfair. And if I killed a red dragon just for fun, I'm sure that they would give a crystal, you know, a crystal ring. I mean, it's... but we don't want to try it. That would be... I think I would feel bad. Yeah, so you're the last one today. Evil Mask. But one more. No. He is the last one. Yeah, there are red dragons ready to drop, because I'm sure of that. Ready, yeah, ready. No, nothing. Goodness. So you said one more, tutorial, so I need to kill one more. Yeah, that's that's garbage. No, no, oh, no, I'm in obligation to play all day. Okay, no, really, this time one last, and whatever happens, we will accept our fate for today. But that's sad. At least one more drop would have been fair, in my opinion. 200 isn't that many more already. We have already tried almost 200k times. Yeah, of course. We will have more luck probably in trying other games, guys, and you will be the ones playing with RNG, I guess. So one more elixir just for you, Edge. Was about to die. Yeah, okay, I understood, guys. You want me to use elixirs on the... No, it failed. It doesn't work. Okay, yeah, so one more, and then we're done, whatever happens. But if you revive the girls, it will you know, we could try anything in the world. If it drops, it drops. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But I think that there is nothing that will force it to drop. Unless I get the evil mask exactly where Tornado got it, which was at the very entrance. He was in the stairs. He was going to sleep and he got it. It's like... why doesn't it happen here? Oh, sneak, fight. Yeah, just fight. So I will wait here. I will just jump. Just taking my time a little bit more. Doing things differently. Oh, that's a suicide. Oh, maybe that's the right time. That melted the ice. There will be a glass helmet. No, that destroyed everything. So if there is no evil mask here in the next fight, it's over. Oh, that was a mask. Oh, so we had to kill it. It would have been, yeah, that would have been insane. That would have been insane. So now I fight until I meet another kind of monster, and that will be it, guys. And that's for real. Yeah. It's just that I'm wishing so much to get something, you know. Maybe we can steal it. You hear the music? There is something after the fight. No. There is no way. Oh. They don't want us to stop. I think the game is mocking me. There is something wrong today. There is something wrong. Let's yeah. Take this. Okay, and next, it's probably Ganon is often behind those sort of things. Okay, guys, that's it for the game. Attack me as much as you want. We're done. I think it was a no-death run this run, so I think that we will at least run. Hey, come on. Okay. Okay, so that's that's it. So yes, of course, we will go for the spinning wheel, guys. That's well deserved, even if it was brutal this today when it comes to Final Fantasy IV. So, of course, we want some good song in there. So let's go with this one. Okay, so, well, yeah, let's spin the wheel. It's time. Let's hope that we will get a good game today. Oh, the Brutal Wars! Ho ho ho, the Brutal Wars! And if I'm not mistaken, Subledger, you're still the champ, right? So that's the time to defend your title with the Brutal Sword. Going down, Sub. Today is the day. I think that Brutal Wars is ready. Let me see here. Yes, everything is fine with the reddish background. That's time for blood to spill. So, who wants to attack Subledger first? I will write your names, guys. I am the Brutal Sword shines with excitement. I will get him. Okay, Fariel will be the first one. So, Subledger, you can attack first. And good luck, Fariel. I am Subledger. Yeah, they are all on guard. Yes, it started. So, Subledger defense is title. Low damage. Oh, there is a chance. We will see. It's a 2 out of 3 battle, by the way. You know that. Best of 3, of course.
Payback time.
It's just blood. There is no problem. That was painless. That's even with arrogance. It's like, no, you cannot beat me. I'm the champ. That's what I get for using the new weapon. Yeah. Yeah. Now it's more it's tougher, but it can still be done. Good luck, Fariel. Whatever you try. I would try a grenade if I was you, but we don't know. It's a matter of luck. That new weapon. So that was one defense for Subledger. Where was that last damage last time? Good game, yeah. It's that's the randomness, of course, of the game. Is there somebody else who wants to challenge Subledger in the Brutal Wars game? Yeah, that would have won the first round. Yeah, of course. Yeah, that would have changed the battle. It would be 1-1, and the next one would be the decider. Anybody else? But I can try, Subledger. I can be a challenger. I can. Okay, I will attack you, Subledger. I will try with let's see. Artemis Bow attacking Subledger. I have a chance. I have a chance, but somebody has to take this sword for me eventually. I heard it corrupts its owner. Oh, I cheat now. Oh, I'm leading now. Now let me try the old painless. It's my time here. Old. First round goes to Hull.
Payback time.
That works. It works. And no, I'm not even cheating. It's just luck. If I could cheat, I would have got those items today, I guess. Yeah, that will be tough to beat, but you can do it some better. Oh! And I beat the champ! But the problem is that it's not official. Yeah, I won, but I cannot steal the champ. I mean, I cannot beat the champ myself. I could be the champ if I replaced you, for example. But that's all I can do, you know what I mean? Hand it down to Foriel. Yeah. No, but not when I beat the champ, you know. No, it was just for fun. So, but even if there are not a lot of people who play right now Subledger, at least you are not losing anything, because the next time that we play, you just defend your title again. So that will be one more defense for you. That's what it will be. Okay, guys. So that was it for today. Tried my best really to get the glass helmet, but absolutely no luck. We dropped something maybe after 23 minutes or maybe 30 minutes into the game, into the run today, but the rest was no drops at all. That's a lot. Oh, you want to try Cryptic? Oh yeah, you can try Cryptic, of course you can, it's open to everybody. So you want to attack Subledger? Okay, so Subledger, you can defend yourself. Yeah, that's best of 3 battles. Okay, try it, Subledger. Oh, that's a good one now. Now that we have something serious. Good one, Cryptic. Jeez. Nice one, Cryptic. And yes, of course, Subledger. We cannot stay champ forever, so who knows? Good one. Oh, goodness. You can... Okay, this one is for the form, of course, so you will still have to defend against the last attack from Cryptic. So good luck, you can still do it, Cryptic, with one more attack. It's 1-1 at the moment.
No, shoot him.
Ah.
Shoot him. No.
That was, yeah, those things happen. Blue is not too early. But that was a very valiant try. You almost did it. Almost. Yeah, I was just lucky here, and but I cannot be official, of course. I'm just playing, unless I replace somebody, of course. So Texaporte maybe would be there, I don't know. So good try, but you've got points, Cryptic, for hurting the champ. 25 moonstones, so you will be on the leaderboard from now. And you will have an inventory as well, so next time it will have to be prepared, of course. I mean, that's my job. We need a hero, Tex! Texaporte would be dangerous because he is level 4 with his personalized weapon. Level 4 means it does from 3,500 to 10,000. We need more chainsaw. Yeah, yeah. A better one, maybe. A stronger one. Tex is too busy defending himself against hungry eBay buyer mobs. Yeah. So, okay, guys, that was fun. That was really fun today. It was good to be back, and happy to know you, Cryptic. And I hope that to see you again, man. And participate the games also at the end of the streams. We always play them, by the way. So, and it's cool. It gives you more chances to make points. So moonstones, I mean channel points, so you have more chances of redeeming games that you want to see me play and stuff like that. So whatever it is, it's always for fun. So guys, thanks for the participation, etc. We are back. I don't know if I will be streaming tomorrow or the day before tomorrow, but it's certainly one of them. Around the same hours, of course. Maybe I can start later sometimes, but yeah. Hey, you're very welcome, Foriel, and thanks for being there as always. Catch you later, and good luck. You will get the top one at some point. Thanks a lot, Subledger. Thanks, guys. I cannot win. It's hard to win. That's how RNG works. Yeah, that's a Dice 20 Cryptic. Yeah, we have a lot of stuff like that that we can use. And here I have my own Akamana sword. Actually, that's as strong as the Brutal sword. But it's just for fun here. If I was the champ, I could use this one. But the difference here is that mine... Okay, it does, it's written differently a little bit here. I think that's the only thing that is different. Yeah. So, is there somebody I can raid? Let's see here. Not really, that's very quiet. Okay, so I will just go for the end of the stream, I guess, guys. D100, no, dice, no, we have 1280. Yeah, those are the dices. Yeah. For now, because we could have more, of course. 4 out of 4. Hey, Foriel, you're a champ now. Oh goodness. Okay, guys, that was fun. So hope that you had a good time here, and hope to see you soon, guys. And yes, like I said, the next game should be Cobra Triangle or Zelda Adding to the Past, the randomizer. That's my plan. So one or the other. That's for sure. And tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. So stay tuned, guys. Take care. Have a lot of fun if the holidays are not complete. And if they are complete for you, get some good rest. Hopefully you can get some good rest. And the rest, we will see what happens next. And thanks for everything, guys. I really appreciate your support. And see you soon, guys. Take care. Thanks for watching. Hey, thanks a lot, Cryptic. Have a great day as well, Subledger. Goodbye, Foriel, and everybody else. Cheers.